Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
Alrighty, so we are going to get started with the salsa basic. And so I'm gonna dance with you as a lead and you will then follow me.
Okay.
So I'm actually gonna teach you the follow footwork for
Okay.
salsa. All right, so you wanna start with your feet together, which you already got, which is perfect. You're gonna take your right foot and you're going to go back with your right, rock forward, back on the left, and then together. And then take your left foot and go forward, rock forward, then go back on your right together. So let's do that again. So go back with the right together, forward with the left together. Oh, you're doing great.
Thank you.
All right, okay. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Now, salsa is a dance that comes from Cuba, okay? And we're gonna do another basic. So you're gonna take your right foot and go to the side and together, left to the side, together, right to the side. So it's a dance from Cuba, which is a combination of a dance called son, and then there's cha-cha and rumba. So all of these dances kind of come together and create salsa. Let's go back to our basics. So back with the right and forward with the left. So a lot of those dances are actually rooted in African movement and music. So a lot of the steps actually started out as work dances that people would do when they were working on the plantations. And then it became movement, okay? And then now we have salsa. Let's go to the side. And I'm gonna add one more little basic for you, okay? And then we're gonna do a cross back with the right.
Oh, we're getting funky.
Together,
Hold on, hold
getting
on.
real funky. We're
Okay.
gonna cross back with the right and together, and then cross back with the left and together. Cross back with the right and together, cross back with the left. Good. You caught on really fast for someone who said they didn't know how to dance. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're gonna start with our basic step. Back, forward, and back, and forward. Good, and back, and forward, and back to the side. Without the styling first, side, side, side. Nice. You got good hip movement too. This is great. So now,
No one's ever said that before, ever.
now for the cross back, I am gonna release your hand.
Okay.
And that's when you can do your arm up and like this.
See how it
You're
goes.
gonna see how it goes? Okay. Ready, and. Yes!
Oh,
Nice! Basic step and ba. Oh, you know exactly what you're doing. This is great. So let's finish our last time.
Okay.
So I'm gonna release your hands when we go to the side so you can do your shoulder to shoulder
Okay,
thing, okay? Okay. Okay, and now, and shoulder to shoulder, shoulder to shoulder, shoulder to shoulder.
Wait.
Shoulder. So touch here, good. Here, and here.
Is this like ridiculous?
Babe.
Yeah. He's like, oh no, oh
No, you look fine, okay? And basic. Stop. Cross back, cross, and cross, and cross, and cross, and
no.
cross,
You know.
and cross, and cross, and basic, and ba, and da. Aye! Very nice. Good job. Good job. You did great.
Thank you.
That was pretty awesome.
Just so people know, where can they learn more information about you guys?
So the best place to go is either, well, there's actually 3 places. There is Facebook, Instagram, actually the third place, our website, which is arohaafrolatindance.com.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, thanks so much for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. Today I'm joined in the studio with Charles from Long Bay Symphony. How are you doing?
Just fine, thanks.
Awesome. Okay, tell everybody a little bit about what you do.
Well, I'm the music director of the Long Bay Symphony, which is this region's professional orchestra. And you know, it's funny because as much as we've been around, I think, gosh, it's, and now I can't remember exactly, it's our 36th, 37th season. Wow. They're going to kill me in the office for not remembering the exact year. But we've been around a while, but for a cultural institution, it's not that long. And since people are, you know, it's so transient, people are constantly moving into this area from primarily the Northeast or the Charlotte area or wherever. And it's amazing how, in spite of all we do, people don't know they have a professional symphony orchestra in town. Yeah. So we do, of course, our traditional subscription concerts, classical things, and try to make that as varied as possible using, you know, ballet dancers and, you know, just as much variety as we can. But our biggest thrust over the past several years has been to do more diverse programming and more outreach. So we've done things like the New Year's Eve concert that we do and a gala, to, of course, Messiah performances in December. Also a Gullah to Gospel program involving a mass gospel choir in March. We've done patriotic war and peace concerts for the past several years over Veterans Day weekend. And so we're just out there in the community reaching all segments of the community, with a lot of those concerts being free, sponsored by the Chapin Foundation and other organizations. So that's kind of our mission, is to be out there and be a part of this community. And it's amazing, invariably after a concert, I'll have someone come up to me and say, "Oh, this was amazing. I had no idea we had a professional orchestra in this area." Which is sort of why I'm here today.
Yeah, we're spreading the word.
Yeah.
And these are talented musicians that deserve to, you know, get some spotlight on them.
Our musicians basically play in orchestras throughout the region, in the South Carolina Philharmonic, Wilmington, Charleston, you know, all of the general area, and they just travel. A lot of them are professors at universities, or, you know, so it's, you just go where the activity is.
I love it.
This portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by Finders Keepers.
Well, truly, everyone, I feel like I'm not even at work today. This is my happy place. You guys know I love to thrift and consign, and today I'm at Finders Keepers with Beverly. You know I love this so much.
Yes, I can tell.
I am waiting just for the chance to walk around the store again, because there's so much to see here at Finders Keepers.
Yes, there is.
Tell me what you guys are all about.
Well, we're all about finding fabulous finds. That's what we're doing. We're looking for things that people want to buy. Fabulous purses. I mean, we have beautiful clothing. Everybody has stuff that they don't want, and there's always somebody else that does want it.
Yeah.
And that's what we're here for.
And you've been doing this for how many years now?
14 years. This is our 14th year here, in 1 year in this store.
Okay, tell me the story of how you started Finders Keepers.
Well, my father was a pharmacist in Myrtle Beach for many, many years, and he had a drugstore on 62nd Avenue. And after he passed, closed up, and we had to rent that space, and I couldn't find anybody to rent it. And my sister said, "Why don't you open up a consignment store?" Because I loved looking for stuff, thrifting, and, you know, hunting junk. I was really good at that. And so I said, well, okay, and here we are. We've just moved here this past year on Walker-Mall Boulevard. All of our consigners have come out here with us. We're very excited about that. We have over 4,000 consigners that consign here. So we always have lots of really cool new stuff coming in every day.
Yes, let's talk a little bit more about that before we go. What can people find here? You said purses, clothing, furniture, decor.
Yes,
what
we
else?
have things that people like to collect. We have lots of jewelry, purses. We have Louis Vuitton right on down, you know, to the less expensive ones. We do kitchen stuff, and we have tons of furniture. We sell a lot of furniture.
This is the place to come when you got a little bit of time to peruse.
Yes, you
for
can
sure.
spend a lot of time in here, and some people do. We'll
All
see people
right.
in here for an hour and a half just looking around.
That's me on the weekends. All right, so where can people find you guys? And you have a Facebook page as well, right?
We do have a Facebook page. We're at 3146 Waccamaw Boulevard, right off of 501, and we're also on finderskeepersmyrtlebeach.com.
This portion of Living Local Carolina was sponsored by Finders Keepers.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Welcome back to Living Local Carolina. I'm Katie Turner, and boy, do we have something going on in the studio today. I'm joined by Wade Johnson, the Director of Bands at Benedict College. How are you?
I am fantabulous, Ms. Turner. Thank you for having me.
Now,
Yes.
okay, we need to talk about a very specific way that you can perform that not everybody can do. You can actually play two instruments at the same time.
Oh, yes. Frank Motley from Dizzy Gillespie's band. The precursor was this, Joey Morant, the late Joey Morant from Charleston, South Carolina. He had a trumpet that had two bells on it, but one lead pipe. And when I saw him as a kid doing that, I was like, oh my God. I didn't know that was just one horn. So moving forward to late 70s, early 80s, I got to meet Mr. Gillespie and saw his big band. Frank Motley was one of his trumpet players on his big band. Frank Motley actually did it with two trumpets. And I lost my mind. I walked up to him, Mr. Motley, that was awesome. He said, son, you want to learn how to do this? And I almost had a heart attack, but still, with Mr. Motley, I said, yes, sir. You know, small town country boy. I said, that would be something great to learn how to do. So he sat me down. He told me the logistics behind it. And scientifically, guys, the only way to do this, there are about 3 of us in the country, in the world, that can do it. But you have to use both sides of your brain simultaneously. Because, you know, we have like cognitive skills, one skill, right side, left side. We only do it once in a. But it took me 7 years to master it to the point where people could understand what I was playing. And that I remember the first gig that I did in 1981. I'll never forget it. I was at a VFW in 1981, and I decided to try it, and the place was packed. And I mean, when I did it, everybody stopped, and they were shocked at first. And I did it, and after I put my horns down, the place erupted.
Oh, I believe it.
So that pinpointed a part in my life. Everybody say, do you know H. Wade Johnson? Hey, that's the guy that played the two horns at the same time. So that developed through that. And when I tell you, Ms. Turner, the rest is history. It's history. And it's a calling card for me now.
Yeah.
And when I perform at different places, and the people who know me, if I don't do it, then they get fussed at. Yeah, so they go like, you will not end your show until you do a double horn solo.
I love it.
But I love it too, and just putting it together was very, very difficult. But I love the fact that it's a gift. Thank you, God, it's a gift, and I do it secondhand. Easy. It's easy for me now.
That's so cool.
Yes. And I understand your father was a trumpet player.
He was a trumpet player.
In Columbia, yes, he was
Yeah.
a Turner. Yeah, because I know some of the people that he know and some of the schools that he worked.
I played the flute.
Yes, awesome. See, you brought your flute?
I did not bring my flute. I'm so sorry.
Next time.
I didn't want to get
time,
showing up now.
We'll do a trio. How about instead of a duet?
All right,
Of
next
course.
time.
Yes, yes.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.